All right, guys, in this video, I want to talk to you about how to find area of some common geometric shapes. So the first one is just a rectangle that's 5 inches by 14 inches. Now, you probably know that the area of a rectangle is length times width. So when you multiply 14 inches times 5 inches, you get 70. Be careful, units are important here. Inches times inches would be inches squared or square inches. You could abbreviate it however you want there. Okay. How about a triangle? All right, here the base is 13 centimeters. This is going to be the altitude or the height. Put a right angle so you know it's the height. And that's going to be 8 centimeters. Do you remember the formula for the area of a triangle? Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times the height. So here it's going to be 1/2 13 centimeters times 8 centimeters. Now, you might be tempted to multiply 1/2 times the 13, but since you can multiply in any order, 1/2 times the 8 is 4, and then 4 times the 13 gives you 52, and then the units would be centimeters squared. Okay? All right, so how about a parallelogram? A parallelogram is where the opposite sides are parallel. So this side would be parallel to this side, and this side would be parallel to this side. Excuse the drawing. To get the area of a parallelogram, it's similar to a rectangle, which is base times height. So if the base here is 9 yards, be careful. If this side is labeled, that's not actually the height because it's not straight up and down vertical distance. If they label it like this with a right angle, then you know that it's going to be the vertical distance. And so let's say that's 7 yards. So it would just be 9 yards times 7 yards. And so 63 yards squared would be the area of that parallelogram. Okay, and then the last one I want to do is circle. So if you have a circle like this, here's the center. Think about what this dimension is. That's the diameter. The area formula for a circle is pi r squared. Okay, r stands for the radius, and radius is half the diameter. So in this case, if the diameter is 14, half that would be 7 feet. Okay, so just be careful. Make sure you pay close attention to the figure. If you're given a figure of what the label is, are they giving you the diameter or the radius? Because lots of times they'll give you the diameter for a problem that you need the radius, and you just have to remember to divide by 2. Okay, so it's going to be pi times 7 feet squared. And remember, when you square something, you multiply it by itself. So 7 feet times 7 feet is going to be 49 times the pi feet squared. Now, this is what we would call the exact answer because you still have the pi in there. I want you to get in the habit of using calculator pi on your calculator and not just multiply by 3.14. Use the pi button on your calculator. If you do that, you will get 153.93804 feet squared. And then if I say round to the hundredths place, you would get 153.94 feet squared. So that's another thing. Make sure you round to the appropriate decimal place if you're told to round to decimal place. All right, guys, so that's how to find the area of a rectangle, triangle, parallelogram, and circle. Hope that was helpful to you. Take care.